We continue the tafsir of Surah Sajjad, and we are at ayah 23, where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala told Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, ومن أظلم ممن ذكر بآيات ربه ثم أعرض عنها إنا من المجرمين منتقمون ولقد آتينا موسى الكتاب فلا تكن في مرية من لقائه وجعلناه هدى لبني إسرائيل. So we reach this ayah. Ya Muhammad, do not be in any doubt. Mirya is doubt. Do not have any doubt of meeting Musa alayhi salam. Musa, the one we gave the book, the Torah, and that book was guidance to Bani Israel. وَجَعَلْنَا مِنْهُمْ أَئِمَّةً يَهْدُونَ بِأَمْرِنَا لَمَّا صَبَرُوا وَكَانُوا بِآيَاتِنَا يُوقِنُونَ. And we're still talking about Bani Israel. Allah Azza wa Jal said, and we have raised from among them leaders, Bani Israel, guiding by our command when they patiently endured and firmly believed in our signs. وَجَعَلْنَا مِنْهُمْ. We're still talking about Bani Israel. أئمة, leaders. Imam here does not necessarily mean the Imam who leads the Salat. Imam here means a leader from a religious perspective, leader. And they were guiding with the command of Allah Azza wa Jal, and they had yaqeen. Now, here we conclude from this ayah that the ingredients of a religious leader are two. You will not be a leader unless you have these two characteristics mentioned in this ayah. What are these two characteristics? Let me repeat the ayah and raise your hand. وَجَعَلْنَا مِنْهُمْ أَئِمَّةً يَهْدُونَ بِأَمْرِنَا لَمَّا صَبَرُوا وَكَانُوا بِآيَاتِنَا يُوقِنُونَ. So what are the two characteristics for a leader? Number one, patience. And number two, yaqeen. Patience, sabr, and yaqeen. These are the two characteristics of a leader. Imam Ahmad rahimahullah, he said, بِالصَّبْرِ وَالْيَقِينِ تُنَالُ الْإِمَامَةُ فِي الدِّينِ. بِالصَّبْرِ وَالْيَقِينِ تُنَالُ الْإِمَامَةُ فِي الدِّينِ. With sabr and yaqeen, you will become an imam in the deen. Sabr is of three kinds. There are three kinds of sabr. صبر على الطاعة وصبر عن المعصية والصبر على الابتلاء. There are three kinds of patience. Patience to perform an act of worship. I need patience to get up for Fajr. That needs a lot of patience. And on top of that, to come to the Masjid too, that's a lot of patience. I need a lot of patience in Hajj. Oh, Hajj is patience. I need a lot of patience to fast. When Ramadan is in June, July, and August, I need a lot of patience. Every ibadah needs patience. So to perform, the first kind of patience is to perform ibadat. And every leader needs to perform these ibadat. So he needs that patience. And the second kind of patience is the patience from performing a sin. Wallahi, may Allah protect our children. May Allah protect our offsprings. They need a lot of patience to stay away from all these haram that is being showered on them day and night. Needs a lot of patience not to look at that video. Needs a lot of patience not to go with these people to that place. Needs a lot of patience not to drink that or smoke this. Needs a lot of patience if you want to fit in a society that is corrupt. Yani, especially when you send your child to a public school, you are sending your child to be slaughtered. You are sending your child to be slaughtered. You are sending your child to be among 800, 900, 1,000 people. And you're telling him, Baba, you are right and 900 people around you are wrong. And you want him at 9, 10, 11 to be convinced that he is right and all these people are wrong. While you at 30, 40 have doubts. And that child growing up, surrounded by all this haram and girlfriend and boyfriend and nakedness and alcohol and parties and smoking and this and that and all this stuff. No, you are right and all these people are wrong. Very hard, very hard. Extremely hard. So that needs a lot of patience. A lot of patience to stay away from haram. Third kind of patience, the patience that we all know, patience when you are hit by a calamity. Patience when you are having hardships, when you have financial problem, when you're having marital problems, when you have health issues, that needs a lot of patience. And for a person, to go into the path of the deen, they need all three kinds of patience. Patience to perform the ibadat because they are in the deen, patience to stay away from the haram because they are imams in the deen, and patience from the people who are going to attack you when you go in the path of Allah. The minute you decide that you are going to become a righteous person, get ready to be attacked. Get ready to be criticized. Get ready to be ridiculed. Get ready to be made fun of. How many young brothers started growing their beard and their own father made fun of them? One brother came to me and he said, you know what Baba told me when I grew my beard? You look like a goat. The father told him, you look like a goat. And the mother told her daughter, if I see you in hijab, if I see you in, people, it's the other way around. People, in the Muslim school, they put the hijab in school and they take it out when they go back home. This girl was the other way around. She puts it in school and when she comes back home, she takes it off because she's scared from her mother. Subhanallah. So, and the biggest dalil that when you become multazim, when you become righteous, you're going to be tested, the biggest evidence is when someone becomes a Muslim. What happened? Are the family going to welcome them? No, they're going to throw them on the street, they're going to yell at them, they're going to scream at them. I told you before, sister called me. Have you ever heard this question before? Can I pray in the bathroom? Can I perform my salat in the bathroom? Now, for the first second, when you hear the hadith, mashallah, all the muftis in the crowd, Shaykh, of course no, the answer is no. Right? طيب. Number one, it's not our topic. Number one, do not answer, because you're not qualified. Number two, do not answer before you hear the whole story. So first of all, you immediately said no, right? Which is normal. There's najasa, there's khubth, khaba'ith, all the stuff, right? طيب. When someone tells you, I am 18 years old, I have no place to go, I have no money, and I just took my shahada, and my parents, if they found out I am a Muslim, they literally gonna throw me outside the house because they hate Islam so much. What's your answer now? Do you tell her don't pray at all? Or you tell her pray in the bathroom? Go sit in the tub, find a clean place and pray. You see, the answer changed because of the situation. Right? You're not going to tell her, oh no, don't pray, Inna Allah Ghafur Rahim. No, she has to pray. She became a Muslim at Dhuhr time, Asr become a must. Sah? So, patience when you are hit by a calamity. All these are three kinds of patience. And the second category or second ingredient is you have to have yaqeen. There's no way you will become a leader in Islam and you have doubt about Islam. You have yaqeen in the ayat of Allah. You know that Allah is haqq, the Rasul is haqq, the Jannah is haqq, and the Jahannam is haqq, and the Day of Judgment is haqq, just like you're seeing in front of your eyes. This is how certain you are. وجعلنا منهم أئمة يهدون بأمرنا لما صبروا وكانوا بآياتنا يوقنون إن ربك هو يفصل بينهم يوم القيامة فيما كانوا فيه يختلفون. Indeed, your Lord will decide between them on the day of judgment regarding their differences. Allah, listen to the people who understand a little bit of Arabic. Let me ask you. إن ربك هو يفصل بينهم. If I take هو out, does the meaning change? Listen. إن ربك هو يفصل بينهم. إن ربك يفصل بينهم. Does the meaning change? No, not at all. So why did we add هو? He's the only one. He's the only one who's going to separate between them on the day of judgment. You see, look at this. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, when Ibrahim saying, alayhi salam, الذي خلقني فهو يهدين. Listen carefully. والذي هو يطعمني ويسقين. وإذا مرضت فهو يشفين. والذي يميتني ويحيين. Where is هو? Let's go back again. الذي خلقني فهو يهدين. والذي هو يطعمني ويسقين. وإذا مرضت فهو يشفين. والذي يميتني ثم يحيين. There's no هو at the end. Why? He's the only one who's going to guide me. He's the only one who's going to feed me and provide me with drinks. He's the only one, if I get sick, he's going to cure me. And then there's no huwa, and he's the one who is going to bring me back to life, and he's going to take my soul. Is there anyone else who's going to do that? Because there's no doubt about that, he took huwa out. You understand? He is the only one in the all three. And he is also the only one who's going to create and bring cause death, right? He's the only one. But here there's no huwa because this is a given. I don't have to emphasize anything here. When it comes to guidance, I have to tell you, listen, no matter what you try with your child, do your best. Do your best. But at the end of the day, the guidance is from him, from Allah Azza wa Jal. Huwa yahdeen. Okay? طيب. Here, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said He will separate between them on the day of judgment. Now, here does not mean Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will tell us what we have difference of opinion between the shuyukh. This is not what He's talking about. On the day of judgment, you will not find out if this is right or this is right. That's not what He's talking about. Why? Because Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, during his time, there was difference of opinion between the Sahaba. I'll give you one example. There are so many. One example. Two Sahaba traveling. Time for Salat came. There was no water. They made tayammum and they prayed. Walked a little bit, found water. They found water, and the time for the next salat did not come. So one of them said, there's water now. So he made wudu and repeated the salat that he did. And the other said, no, I already prayed. They came to Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam and they mentioned what happened. What did Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam do? Anybody knows? Yeah, but what did he say? He said to the person who did not pray again, because he prayed with the tayammum, he said, "Asabta sunnah." You have done the sunnah. This is the sunnah. And what did he tell the other? Now immediately when you hear you have the sunnah, you would think that the other is wrong. He said, and you got 2 rewards. Look, ya akhi, the adab of ikhtilaf. This is the adab when we differ. Sometimes when we differ, I'm sure you, especially my brothers from Indo-Pak, if somebody, my brother told me one time, he walked in without a kufi, he came up with a kufi. Because the brother told, as he's praying, he put the kufi on his head because your salat is batil. Ya habibi. Right? Yani, subhanallah. Okay, you believe that. Alhamdulillah. I believe that there's no kufi. Bismillah. Yani, I'm not a kafir now. You know, subhanallah. So here, this is not what Allah will be فيما فيهم يختلفون. This is not what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will fix that dispute. No, we're talking about Allah Azza wa Jal on the day of judgment will separate between the 2 groups, between the groups that were mentioned. أما الذين آمنوا وعملوا الصالحات وأما الذين فسقوا. Right? He told us there is أفمن كان مؤمنا كمن كان فاسقا لا يستوون. They're never equal. So Allah said, on the day of judgment, I will separate between the kafir and the believer. I will show them that there's only one truth, and that truth is Islam. إن الدين عند الله الإسلام ومن يبتغي غير الإسلام دينا فلن يقبل منه وهو في الآخرة من الخاسرين. You know this new trend, especially, you know this new trend about the Abrahamic religions? Let's all be one under one deen. We are all brothers and sisters. This is pure nonsense. There cannot be 2 haqs. Allah said, لِيُخْرِجَهُم مِّنَ ظُلُمَاتِ plural إِلَى النُّور. The nur is one, which is Islam. It is the Quran. ظُلُمَات is too many. Christians, Jews, Buddhists, you name it. Nur is one. So this is the idea of the unity of the religion. Let's all be one. How can قُلْ هُوَ اللَّهُ أَحَدْ be equal وَقَالُوا اتَّخَذَ اللَّهُ وَلَدًا? How can they be equal? Allah is one and He has لم يكن له قُلْ هُوَ اللَّهُ أَحَدْ الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد. How can لم يلد ولم يولد be equal with Allah as a son? How? How could they be equal? Let's all be one. It cannot be one. Allah Himself, He said, إن الدين عند الله الإسلام. Period. Topic is over. Let's all be one. Let's all do this. Let's all do that. This is, ya akhwan, wallahi, only a weak believer will fall into this trap. Be careful. We respect the other people. We want to invite them to the deen. We want to show them the beauty of Islam. But to tell them, my God and your God is the same, you have left Islam. Don't think that by you compromising your deen, you did the Islam a favor. You think that you're going to invite people to the deen. Islam is beautiful and attractive as is. This is the beauty of Islam, as is. Because of its haram and its halal. I cannot come up with new things just to please others. No, present it. And by itself it will attract. Just like it attracted the worshipper of idols in Quraysh. It will attract these people. At least they believe there's a God. And on the same note, this week, it is very sad, wallahi. I had 2 of our sisters, very young sisters. They came to my office and they said, we left Islam. Inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi raji'un. This is, I believe, that the worst news any parent could ever hear. I'd rather get a text, your son is dead. Then I got a text, your son left Islam. And the parents are crying outside, and the kid, I just came here because they pushed me to talk to an imam. I already made up my mind, so go ahead, tell me what you want me to hear. It's a very long topic, but ya akhwan, please listen to me carefully. Especially the brothers and sisters with 9, 8, 10, 11, yani young kids. They or you keep pushing and pushing and pushing and being so strict. And this, one of those girls, on her 18th birthday, she told her mother. And the mother is asking, what can I do? What can you do to an 18-year-old? How fat is the zero? Huge, big, fat zero. Can do nothing. As a matter of fact, you might go to jail if you called the police on an 18-year-old that did not do anything, just because she's going against what you believe or your culture. Take it easy. Your son and your daughter are praying the 5 daily prayers. Wallahi, you have done an amazing achievement. Take it easy. When did you start praying everything with the sunnahs and all that? You want the screaming and the yelling and the beating that was applied to you, you want to apply it now to the children, and you think it's going to work? It does not work anymore. This is where we need the hikmah. Ya akhwan, the kids are leaving the deen. They're leaving the deen. It's not she missed a prayer. She's leaving the deen. Wake up. And both girls, they said, because my parents were so strict, I couldn't take it anymore. I waited for 18. One of them said, even if I'm going to be homeless, I just don't want to be in that household anymore. How bad things are. How bad. She's ready to be homeless than to live with a Muslim family. I'm not blaming the parents always. I'm sure their kids could be rebellious and do things. But at the same time, that strictness, I've heard it so many times. Kids come to me. One kid came to me and said, you see, Shaykh, do you see this hanger? He brought the hanger with him. He said, look at my body. It's all over my body. I cannot wait to leave that guy. He doesn't want to even name his father. I'm just waiting for my 18th birthday. What is this? Because he used to beat him at 11 if he missed Fajr, which is he's not accountable yet. This is ignorance. This is pure ignorance. Who said that? Where is that deen? Show me, where did it say, beat your child with even the beating that Rasulullah ﷺ spoke about, that's not the beating you put your child and you start jumping on him. That's not the beating that he spoke about. It's a warning, Baba Habibi, yalla, you can, you're 11, and rewards. And we are living in a completely different era, with a different time. We have to be very gentle and smart in the way we deal with our children. We have to make them love this deen, love Allah Azza wa Jal. If they wrong a little bit, it's okay. I'm not telling you ever, I will tell you compromise your deen. Absolutely not. You cannot tell them, don't pray, don't do this. No. All I'm saying is use wisdom. Use wisdom. That screaming. The mother herself, she came to my office and she told me, she's crying. She said, you know what she said? It's my fault. Too late. I was so harsh on her. So harsh. Now I'm paying for it. Take it easy, please. Take it easy. Every single one of us love their children so much. But to reach the point that a child is leaving the deen, Allahu Akbar. Wallahi, this is the definition of a calamity. Cancer, tumor, accident, كله تمام مش مشكل. They could even die as a shaheed with that stuff. But to die without deen, you lost the dunya and the akhirah. What's the big deal if I die in an accident? if I die with cancer. But you tell me I die and I'm not a Muslim? I have, you see, go back. I don't have yaqeen. إنما المؤمنون الذين آمنوا بالله ورسوله ثم إيش؟ لم يرتابوا. The true believers who believe in Allah and His Messenger وجاهدوا في سبيل الله بأموالهم وأنفسهم, and they have no doubt. They have no doubt. How long did it take us to get to this level that we are in right now? A very long time. But why are you expecting your child at 10 to get to your level while you're 40? صح? Right or wrong? Please tell me, Shaykh, you are wrong. How you expect someone at 10, 11? And not only that, in a completely different environment, in a different culture, in a different time. Ya akhi, this phone, give it 3-4 years, it will not work anymore. Remember when I first started with the 2G? Doesn't work anymore. It was only 10 years ago. You want to bring something from 40 years ago, the way you grew up, in your country, after 40 years, it's not going to work. Beg Allah to help you find the proper way to raise these children. Beg Him, Ya Allah, Ya Allah. There's a beautiful dua, Ya Akhwan. Subhanallah. This dua, many of our scholars said, no one who says this dua from the bottom of their heart with yaqeen except Allah will guide them. Allahumma Rabba Jibra'il wa Mika'il wa Israfil. فاطر السماوات والأرض عالم الغيب والشهادة أنت تحكم بين عبادك فيما كانوا فيه يختلفون فاهدني لما اختلف فيه من الحق بإذنك إنك تهدي من تشاء إلى صراط مستقيم. Ya Allah, you are the Rabb of Mikael and Jibra'il and Israfil. You are the Fatir of the Samawat and the Ard. You are the Alim of the Ghayb and the Shahada. Ya Allah, you are the one who's going to separate between your ibad on the day of judgment. So Ya Allah, in this dunya, please, Ya Allah, guide me to the haqq. No one guides to the haqq except you. And imagine I'm begging Allah from the bottom of my heart to guide me to the haqq. And He is Al-Hadi Himself. You think He's going to tell me, go away? Ya Rabb, Ya Allah, please guide me. Ya Allah, Ya Allah. Many people are saying they are right. Ya Allah, please show me the path. Ya Allah, if I am on the right, Ya Allah, keep me till the day I meet you. And Ya Allah, if I am wrong, Ya Allah, fix all my affairs. Ya Hayyu Ya Qayyum, برحمتك أستغيث. برحمتك أستغيث أصلح لي شأني كله ولا تكلني إلى نفسي طرفة عين. الله أكبر. Subhanallah, ya akhwan. May Allah guide our children. May Allah keep them steadfast on the deen. May Allah make their last words La ilaha illallah. May Allah surround them with the righteous company. May Allah surround them with the righteous company that will help them on their deen. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala fill our home with love and mercy and tranquility. May Allah make our last deeds our best deeds and our last words La ilaha illallah.
Inna Allah wa malaikatahu yusalluna ala